go. We're live on the internet. What's up, internet peeps? How you doing today? Bitcoin, crypto, charts, man. It's not looking super hot right now, is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The opposite of that. We're going to talk about the charts today. We're going to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin, what's spooking the markets, what's continuing to drive a sell-off in risk markets. Look at some altcoin charts as well, answering your questions second half of the stream. Let's just go ahead and get it. So, first and foremost, Bitcoin. Look at this. We are right now at, once again, the bottom of the range, okay? We're right now, again, at the bottom of the range. So, this is a very critical spot right now for Bitcoin. You want to see it holding above 90K. Okay, 90K is the bottom of the range. You hold above 90K, we're going to be okay. Start breaking below that, then we start running into problems. Then you're starting to look at coming down to something like the mid 80 range. Now, the 100-day exponential moving average is around $87,000 right now. The 200 is a lot further down. If you want to put that up here and just have a look. The 200 all the way down here around $78,000, which would be an entire retrace of the entire last few months of price action. Don't even get me started on altcoins, man. Altcoin charts look just like straight up AIDS right now. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad on the altcoin front. Bitcoin got rejected today on the 20-day exponential moving average, yellow line on the chart right here. As you can see, rallied up, smashed back down. The key line for me is, and it continues to be, the 50-day EMA. That's the blue line that you can see right here on the chart. Okay, as you can see, we did have a bounce off it back here at the end of the year, rallied back up to let's say $103,000, whatever. Came back down, retested the bottom of the range low support, currently basically right back there at the range low. Okay. Very critical spot, lost 50-day EMA again. Had 2 days of basically non-price action, price action, which just market showing a lot of weakness, people showing a lot of uncertainty in the market. No one's really sure, you know, okay, is it time to go risk on, or is there just too much macro fear going on? Everyone's to go risk off again. It's quite hilarious, the whole situation. You know, 6 months ago, everybody's, oh my gosh, there's going to be a recession. Now it's like, oh no, the U.S. economy is too strong. MACD trending down again on the daily here after a short little fake out. Right back there. It's good times, that fake out. It's good vibes back then. Now, of course, trending back down once again. Now, the key thing here, we want to see Bitcoin hold above $90,000. A very brief move wick-wise under $90,000 wouldn't worry me too much. But if you put some daily candle closes under there, you start looking at some lower price targets coming in the not so distant future on these things. So there's this to keep in mind, okay? Currently we're at the bottom of the range, which is scary to be at the bottom of the range, right? You don't like being at the bottom of the range. You want to be at the top of the range. You want to be breaking out new highs, all that fun and exciting stuff. I mean, just for perspective, just a little bit of perspective, guys, okay? 2 months ago, we were at $65,000 Bitcoin, okay? We were $65,000 Bitcoin 2 months ago. We're still $30,000 since then. But I know, you're not all just 100% Bitcoin portfolios. I'm not either. All of our altcoin charts are just getting wrecked beyond belief. I know. I'm looking at them today. Some of these things are down 50% this week. It's been absolutely savage beyond belief. This chart right here, Bitcoin head and shoulders pattern potentially playing out here. First left shoulder, of course, back here in November. Head here mid-December. Second shoulder formed up just the other day, start of January. Currently testing the neckline. Now, the implied target of that's about $75,000. I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen or anything like that, obviously, but that's something to keep an eye out for in the charts right now. As you can see, the head's looking pretty worried here, going, oh no, it's going to go down further. Let's see what happens. Obviously, again, we need solid closes under that line there. Just a wick under is probably not going to be enough to say, okay, that's happened. We want to actually see solid daily candle closes. A lot of fear, again, in the market right now. The weekly MACD closing in on a bearish cross. And if that happens, that's probably bad news bears. I think in a more serious way, we might be over for a little bit in that scenario. Now, this, although, does line up with the fact that next week, Trump's getting inaugurated 7 days from now, okay? Hold out for 7 more days, okay? 7 days from now, Trump gets inaugurated. And of course, everybody's going to be very excited about that. But you have to keep it real. The dude can only do so much in a 24-hour period. It's his inauguration day. 21st is first day in office, right? So, I mean, how much can you even do then? Not that much, right? Yeah, you launch a bunch of bills, everyone get very excited, et cetera, et cetera. So here's the crazy thing. Everybody getting worried, of course, because of the macro deteriorating. We're going to cover that in a minute. But here's the crazy thing. This is pretty standard for Januaries. Look back at 2017, Trump election inauguration, inauguration in January. The charts look very, very similar. So we had initial short rally in the start of January, big dump. Then a week or two after the inauguration, markets started moving up. Okay, so bit of perspective for you. Now, just because we are threatening a MACD bear cross on the weekly doesn't mean it's confirmed yet. This is the thing to keep in mind. It is not confirmed yet. Okay, when it confirms, that's a different story. Okay, and a big dump down could, of course, push that into confirmation territory. But I would look for the Trump inauguration. That even maybe being of a fake out, even if you did get a MACD bear cross on the weekly. Okay, so these are key things to watch out for moving forward here over the next few days. And of course, the dollar wrecking ball is just wrecking all risk assets right now. This is the DXY dollar index. You can see right here, it's got up to 110 today, highest level it has been since the rally up in September 22, which was very, very close, by the way, to the bottom of the market. But it did rally as high as, look at this, 114, almost 115 before bottoming out and then starting a reversal. Now, Bitcoin crashed further in the start of November due to the FTX hack and all that BS. But otherwise, once we start seeing the dollar index turn around, we should see some strength come back into risk assets. Though last time Trump got elected, we had a rally in the DXY up to his inauguration, sell off in the DXY after he took office. Okay, if we see something similar happen this time, then we're Gucci. Okay, I wanted to share this because I echo pretty similar thoughts here from Honey XBT. So she says January seasonality in full swing, Bitcoin chopping while maintaining above 90K is a good sign. Of course, we want to keep maintaining above 90K. Wicks under fine, daily candle close is not fine. I'm expecting at least one more sideways week of sideways before we start trending higher towards the end of the month with a full-blown alt season in February where ETH and alts outperform, as we've seen in the last years for a couple of weeks, and then we get a local top sometime at the end of March or early April. You might think this is a consensus idea, but trust me, it's not, and I agree. It's not consensus. I see the comments, okay? I see the comments here on YouTube. I see the comments over on X. I see what everybody's saying, okay? And I've been saying this for a long time. Look for a March, April top in Q1, right, of 2025. Now, is that going to be the final peak? Not necessarily, but I think at least a local top for a while. And this is probably the last big shakeout before that happens, okay? She says, look at the timeline these days, most become bearish. Some are even saying we might be over for the cycle. Well, there's nothing guaranteed. I'm of the view that we see higher prices and potentially a new high in BTC and ETH and alts in the next couple of months. Sell in May and go away. Yes, as I've said before, there's a decent chance that by April, May, I will be completely out altcoins. Completely, 100%. Nothing, not even ETH. Just Bitcoin and USDC. Now, obviously, that requires some kind of price action to actually happen between now and then. So on dark days when you see the prices dumping and all that kind of stuff, doesn't feel like it's going to come. It's always darkest before the dawn, okay? Let's remember that. Yeah, anyway, continuing. Let's do a real quick shout out to today's sponsor, guys. The Crypto.com debit card. Look at this bad boy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Lark, how can I spend my profits if I don't have any profits? Have you seen the markets recently? Yeah, I know. But profits will come again. Okay, profits will come again. Stay frosty out here. Don't lose faith, everybody. Cryptocurrency is one of the best markets for making money in the world, okay? Not every day, but a lot of days, okay? And when you do make profits, you're on one of these bad boys because guess what? I've been using this for years, and it's such a convenient way to cash out your profits, okay? Just load your stables up onto your coin, onto your card, and off you go, basically. Spend it wherever you want to spend, that anywhere that Visa is accepted, okay? They've got a bunch of different card tiers. You can get a free card, actually, which just makes it easy to just spend your coins very easily, of course. But they have the Ruby Steel coin. All you have to do is lock up $500 for the CRO, and you start getting cashback rewards and other cool bonuses on top of that. You can go right up the tiers here, 5,000, all the way up to a freaking $1 million cards. We hit it really big on the meme coins, guys. Get $1 million cards, got like private jets and stuff like that. It's nuts. Anyway, if you want to get yourself a Crypto.com card, okay, there's a link down below in the description. You can get up to a $50 CRO bonus when getting yourself a card, downloading the crypto.com app. So go and check it out. Thank you very much for supporting the channel sponsors. And of course, again, it is an awesome card. Seriously, these things are great. I use it all the time. So let's continue. Got a few more points to blast through, and then we're going to get to your questions. A lot to cover today, okay? So inflation this week. CPI is coming in. This is going to be the story of the stories this week. This comes, I think, on Wednesday, so we got 2 more days for that. Estimate coming in at 2.9%. Last month's at 2.7%. So inflation is slowly starting to creep back up. Markets do not like it, okay? A lot of other things going on. Dollar's too strong. Bonds are blowing up. All that kind of stuff. Now, if we get in at 2.9%, it's probably going to be a bit of a wash for markets. Markets are expecting this. If we come in at 2.8%, that's cooler than expected. Markets are probably really going to like that. If we come at 3% or more than 3%, like 3.1%, markets are not going to like that at all. There's going to be, I think, that'll be the big sell-off day if we get that happening here for the CPI report this week. It's all about inflation again, unfortunately, and that is the primary concern for a lot of market participants right now. The economy's strong, jobs are good, all that kind of stuff, but inflation is a concern, okay? Zucosaurus Rex, I agree. Yeah, crypto's going to zero with the pro-crypto president. Most of his team support crypto, but somehow they won't help the crypto market. Now there's too much money to be made. They know this. I know. Everyone's getting super bearish, and this is like the most pro-crypto U.S. administration. Like, it's the crypto dream team coming in, okay? You got to keep this in mind. Short-term price noise, no matter how painful, long-term, what's going to happen? Trump's going to weaken the dollar. Fed's going to have to do QE to fill up the repo markets, all that kind of stuff. It's all coming, but it's not today. It's not this week. Okay. You got to hold on. You got to survive. It's hard. These markets are effed up, man. You know, don't ever let anybody tell you that you just got lucky. Okay. The amount of insanity you have to deal with in crypto is just like next level. Prediction traders forecasting inflation to get as high as 4.1% this year. That's up from 3.6% yesterday. Now, of course, these are just prediction markets. Who knows? Obviously, they flip-flop pretty quickly. But if they do get up to 4.1% this year, it's not actually that bad. Now, I know the Fed's target's 2%, but 4% inflation, it's not a big problem, to be honest. It's not a big problem. The problem is when you start going beyond that. We got up to 9% inflation. That was damn bad, right? That's not what you want. The problem is, as inflation keeps going up, it becomes unpredictable. How high will it go, and how much fear will the threat of it going higher continue to have on risk assets going down in price? Okay, I want to share this from you with you from Bravo's research. Said many of the corrections in the last 2 years followed similar spikes in interest rates. Each time the 10-year yield peaked, stocks found a bottom and rallies. We expect a similar pattern this time around. Of course, the Treasury yields absolutely popping off right now. So, yeah, when that tops, which may be around the Trump inauguration, we should see, again, risk assets going again. Also, Bravo's research, how high can rates go? Long-term used interest rates typically follow GDP growth. Currently, GDP growth is around 5%, and a 10-year yield is hovering around 5% as well. There you go. So right around the top right now, in theory, okay? Fed liquidity bouncing back strong, says Thomas. Following the recent end-of-year Fed liquidity squeeze, liquidity has now bounced back. Net Federal Reserve liquidity has risen sharply by around $395 billion since January 1st, the largest 10-day increase since March 2023. Asset markets have been pressured by a rising dollar. Treasury yields over the recent days. Fed liquidity has a loose inverse correlation to the dollar and Treasury yields, so rising Fed liquidity is on the margin a headwind for DXY in yields. You hear that? Fed liquidity rising, okay? That's a headwind, meaning bearish for the dollar index and for yields, okay? So again, this is when we see Trump come in, he's going to weaken the dollar. There's going to be more liquidity coming into the system, okay? And that's going to weaken the DXY and hopefully pop the yields on those long-term bonds. Good post here from Mr. Crypto. Mr. Crypto saying we need global liquidity reverse here, just like we did in 2017. Raoul Powell, I think, echoing pretty similar thoughts here that liquidity likely to repeat, and that we are looking at a 2017-like situation with Trump coming in, weakening the dollar, bringing in liquidity to the markets, and we could see a similar sort of rally situation happen this year for crypto. Billy Barhart saying quantitative easing is coming, aka liquidity is coming, money's coming to the system. Fed rate reductions will not prick the 30-year treasury bubble. Only QE and looser bank balance sheets will do that. So buckle up. Good for risk assets, of course. Obviously, that happening. Alex Kruger saying U.S. economy strong. The Fed is convinced inflation is coming down regardless in the year ahead. So this is the thing. Important to keep in mind. Okay, the Fed, which take everything they say with a grain of salt, right? But the Fed still thinks that even though we're going to have a short-term spike in inflation, that inflation will come down by the end of the year. Okay. Asset prices are cool. New president take over in 2 weeks. He'll be very loud and he'll change the narrative. IMO, only those overexposed have reason to panic, while short-term players can go either way. Long-term players zoom out and enjoy your weekend. Yes, agreed. Retail investor interest currently as low as it was back in May of 2021. That's crazy, man. Historically, such periods of low interest often present a good buying opportunity before interest picks up. Everybody was losing their minds just 4 or 5 weeks ago, rushing to buy assets, and the Coinbase app surged in rankings and all that kind of stuff. And now, wherever everybody's gone. Everybody's gone, man. Everybody just came in right here, didn't they? Everybody just came in right here, downloaded the Coinbase app, top blasted a bunch of stuff, and then just disappeared again. Keep classy, guys. Keep classy. ETH not looking fantastic. Although, you know, if we do manage to stay above $30,090, whatever, technically becomes a higher low, but I don't know. It's a lot of weakness in the market right now, as you can see. Not looking very hot right there for Bitcoin, not looking great for ETH. Bottom of the range on a lot of this stuff, coming right back down to test major support. ETH coming back down to $3,000, not be crazy, but man, exhausting, isn't it? Gosh darn, this was the price of Ethereum on the 9th of November, man. If we come back down to $3,000. Crazy, just crazy, man. The amount of chop in this market's unreal. Big fake out right here. Everything was on the verge of mega breakouts, and then down it went. Solana also not looking good right now, coming in on that 175 right down here, key support. Now that'd be a nice double bottom if it holds at 175, but it's at 177 right now. So let's see what happens here. Got rejected at the bottom end of this uptrend. So that's a bearish retest right there. Not a fantastic thing to see here for Solana. Basically, no altcoin charts really showing any strength right now. Solana looking rough. Bitcoin on altcoin, but that's looking rough. Don't even get me started on some of the smaller altcoins, man. Those things, again, just like rough. But XRP currently, okay, currently not looking too bad. We had the downtrend here, breakout here, coming down, currently retesting, but if it goes much further, it could just end up having been a fake out, unfortunately. But from a chart perspective, XRP is one of the better looking charts at the moment, okay? Still way above the 50-day EMA, by the way, which one of the only coins, I swear. Most other coins are not even close. It's been rough. Okay, so there's a few quick thoughts on some charts there for you guys real quick. Let's do some questions. What do you guys want to talk about? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's find some questions here. I don't have any thoughts on Algorand. I don't have any thoughts on Caspa. Sorry. Just don't spend a lot of time thinking about those coins. You want to be a pirate on the stormy ocean, or you want to be recognized as the man who is something by the lizard people? What? Hey, I was talking to my mom. Speaking of which, I was talking to my mom the other day. She said that, by the way, astrologically speaking, she did the astrology for Bitcoin. March, April top, baby. Let's go. Let's see how we play out. Okay. What do you think about Russia buying Bitcoin? Has Russia actually bought Bitcoin, like officially for their central bank? I know there was talks about it. Some member of parliament introduced or was talking about it or was going to introduce a bill on it, but I don't think that's actually happened yet. But Russia has been likely mining Bitcoin at a state level and has used it in international transactions. So stuff's going on there, okay? Whether you like Russia or not, state actor using Bitcoin at the highest levels, so it's pretty interesting. Jupiter thoughts. My thoughts on Jupiter currently. I'm going to get my big, fat, juicy, tasty airdrop from Jupiterary. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be great. I'm going to unstake all my Jupiter. I'm going to prepare to sell it all. Not immediately, hopefully. Not immediately, but hopefully at a much nicer price. Okay? That's the idea right now. Claim the airdrop, unstake all my coins, get ready to sell. Okay. Continuing. Is it dangerous to short, says Kenshi? Well, look, Kenshi, if you're trying to short right now, let's talk risk reward here, okay? If you're trying to short right now, think about where you're shorting at. Like, take Bitcoin as an example. Bitcoin literally right now is at the bounce or I cut it off line, okay? It's at key support, key range support right now. I can go a little bit lower down here to around $90,000. That would still be in the range, but not much lower than that. That's the problem, though. You try to short now, you're basically shorting the support. Now, if you lose support, yeah, that's a bit different. A better place to have shorted would have been from here, for example, when you saw a rejection on the 20-day EMA or a loss earlier today of the 50-day EMA. That would have been a better spot to short at. Put your stop loss in just above either of those moving averages and then short down to support or hopefully under, of course, if you're shorting and want to see the markets go lower. So there's FYI. I think the risk reward right now is questionable. Now, obviously, if you dump down to 75K, but you're betting on support not holding, which you can do. You can certainly bet on support not holding, but just understand the bet that you're making in that situation. Okay. Lark, what are your thoughts on Baxo? Disney's critically endangered Sumatran tiger cub. Well, Sumatran tigers are definitely cute. Meant to be America's Moodang. Disney's doing weekly live streams. You know, not every animal needs meme coin, man. Now, if it was an AI agent tiger, that'd be a different conversation, okay? Anyway. Do you think AVAX will perform better than Link this cycle? Not necessarily. I think they'll perform relatively in line with each other. They're both pretty big market cap coins. They're very different coins. Obviously, they're focusing on different markets and all that stuff. But I think in general that you're going to see not massive outperformance of one versus the other. Now, maybe you'll have times of outperformance, like might have some big catalysts for Link and Link pumps, for example, or big catalysts for AVAX and AVAX pumps. But I would say that from here on out, wherever we top out for this market, that you'll see not massive outperformance of one versus the other, in my opinion. I own both, by the way. Okay. The dream is over. Dream's never over, man. Stay in, okay? Stay in, stay alive. All right? Don't get washed out in this market. Crypto is not going anywhere. This is the thing you need to understand. This is what keeps me in the markets all the time. Crypto's not going anywhere, and you can fully exit the market sometimes. Sure, why not? Go to stables, wait, fine. Is now the best time to do that? No. I would like to see a March, April rally, wherever that gets us to. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to go all into stables for the summer and then reassess when I get back from holiday and the end of August, start September, something like that, and see where we're at. Okay. But the dream is not over. The dream's never over. You need to stay in. You need to keep clicking. Okay. You need to stay involved. Focus on winning. On red days, I know it sucks. Okay. You're watching your net worth drop by 30, 40% or whatever. It's a pain in the ass. Okay. I get it. I've been here dozens of times before. The dream is never over until you give up. When you give up, then yeah, the dream is over. Okay. Don't give up. Okay, I'm rooting for you guys. I want everybody to win. Most of you guys aren't going to win. That's the unfortunate reality of this situation. We all get messed up by a whole variety of things, never taking money off the table, all kind of stuff, which is always preaching the good gospel of taking profits, man. Most people will round trip everything. I don't want that to be you guys. I want you to be the people who are winning, okay? I want you guys to win. 10,000 people on the stream right now, okay? Statistically, 9,000 of you guys are probably not going to win, which sucks. Statistically, but maybe you're listening to this conversation and we help make that statistic a little bit better, right? Because now you're here, you're looking at the charts, things are rough. Psychologically, you're probably not doing super well today because fuck, the crypto markets are down again. Oh man, the inflation's going back up and the bonds are blowing up and risk off. It's a bunch of bullshit, isn't it? Isn't it? But that's the way it is. Okay. That's the way it is. That is the bullshit that happens every single day here in these markets. There will be another market rally. Again, I'm still optimistic for March or April, and maybe I'm wrong and lose a bunch of money. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. Okay. But I stay optimistic that we have a March, April local top, maybe cycle top, probably local top. I don't know. We'll reassess that later on, but it'll be a great time to take some money off the table. Okay. And make a note to yourself. Write a journal entry or something. Write down how you feel today when the prices are down like this. And try to ask yourself, why didn't you take any money off the table, right? I haven't taken that much money off the table in the last month. There's been some small things I've taken some profits on, but not massive amounts. Because to be honest, even though Bitcoin went to $108,000, a lot of my altcoins didn't actually move all that much. Most of the altcoins, most of the majors haven't even hit new highs yet. Hashtag worst cycle ever, if that is the cycle top, geez, which I don't think it is. But just think about how you feel today, right? You're in the I'm an idiot sort of phase, right? You're feeling bad because you didn't take much money off the table. I get it, okay? Use that, funnel that, channel that energy, because next time we see a big market rally, and there will be another next time, okay? There's always more market rallies. When that happens, go back. Try to put yourself back in those shoes of a day like today where you feel like I'm an idiot. Because guess what? When the markets are pumping again and we get some kind of March, April top, maybe Bitcoin tops between 130, 150, maybe even as crazy as like 160 or something like that, you're going to feel like a genius. Oh, your altcoins I'm a genius again. It's only up forever, new paradigm of money. That is the kind of the way you feel right before it all goes to shit. Okay? You got to remember to take money off the table in this market because it's just brutal, man. It's a brutal market. It's insanely volatile. Look at all the big AI coins, man. A lot of the big AI coins are down 50, 60% in the last few days. It's just been unrelenting, brutal selling. Anyway. Boom Jennings says, just to be pullback, no stress. We got months to go to a new all-time high. Yes. Agreed. I still believe that this is going to be a great year for the cryptocurrency markets. How great of a year and when things finish, that's a different conversation point. Do we get some kind of 2017 like rally, just slowly grinds up and to the right for the whole year? Maybe. Do we get a more like 2021 scenario where we get an early top in March, April, followed by a summer of devastation and pain and suffering with some kind of final end of year hurrah? Maybe. We'll see. I know a lot of people are in the camp of it's already over. It's already over. Everything's going to zero, right? We'll see. Let me see here. Lola says, lol, crypto's down, relax. PTSD is strong. Amen. You know, I feel like there has been a lot of new entrants into the market, and you got two very interesting and distinct groups of people in crypto right now. Two that are suffering, let's say. One is the new people, the people who came in from Trump inauguration or Trump winning the election on, right? And they've bought, and a lot of their altcoins are down. Or you know what? Some people are actually in profits. Here's the thing, but you're down versus the all-time highs, and that's still screwing with your head, right? So you're having this sort of anxiety around that. Or you're the person who's been in the market for years and you just have intense PTSD because you know how stupid and crazy these markets are. And every time it starts going down a few percent, like, is this the end? Holy shit, it's over. It's over again. Yeah. Jim says, my investments are way up. Better invest in real utility, XRP, XLM, HBAR, etc. Like I said, man, the XRP chart's looking pretty damn good. Not a lot of charts are looking great right now, but XRP's actually got like a pretty good looking chart right now, man. See if that holds up. I think there's that sort of, you still have that America coin narrative, especially as Trump comes into office. And there's one of the news accounts over on X posted. They didn't post a source, but they posted something like there's going to be a 24-person crypto committee that's going to be charged with drafting crypto laws and working on the Bitcoin strategic reserve and all that stuff that Trump's going to put forward. So literally in a week, the dude who sells NFTs, owns ETH, launched a DeFi platform, and is promising to make a Bitcoin strategic reserve for the United States is getting into office. Now, none of that stuff may matter as much as we hope it will. If there's some huge risk off or black swan event, there's another Japanese carry trade unwind kind of bullshit that goes on in the market. You never know, okay? There's always the potential for chaos in markets, which is why it's good not to over leverage yourself and all the rest of the stuff, right? But generally speaking, we got a lot of positive shit that's coming for crypto in 2025. I mean, we might have a lot of altcoin ETFs by March. We might have a Solana ETF and a Litecoin ETF and a Dogecoin ETF. And what's the other one that's in? Can't remember off the top of my head. Litecoin, XRP, Solana. Litecoin, XRP, and Solana. We currently have applications for those three. Okay, let's continue. CME gaps. Jed says 85K incoming, 83K CME gap to be filled. 85K would not actually be that crazy, man. Wouldn't be that crazy. I think a lot of people in the market would not like that, but it would actually not be that crazy. Which idiots want to buy our bags at higher prices? Everyone hates their coins and wants to get rid of them. I don't hate my coins, man. I like a lot of my coins. Some of them I have mixed feelings about sometimes, but generally, I think there's a lot of great crypto companies out there doing a lot of cool stuff, man. And that you will see people to come in and buy those things. Remember, people were buying Dogecoin at a $90 billion market cap last market, okay? It's always somebody looking to buy. Okay. Lark, it's clearly manipulation by the lizard people. Could be. Lizard people crashing crypto. Wouldn't be surprised. Those lizard people have a lot of explaining to do, man. A lot of explaining to do. Just like those aliens coming to my bedroom at night, man. Just like, can you guys seriously just quit it out, man, with all the anal probing? Like, just it's getting old, man. I'm almost 40. You guys quit it out? Anyway, different story. Okay, where are we up to here? Is now a good time to accumulate Arweave? I have no idea, man. I don't really think about Arweave, and I have not looked at the charts in honestly a very long time. Incredibly long time. That being said, I think with any altcoins right now, you might see lower prices coming still. If Bitcoin does indeed puke down to 85K or even lower, okay, remember, we potential head and shoulders pattern that could play out down to 75K, which would be just absurd. Bitcoin retraces the entire Trump pump, would be nuts. But if that does happen, it's Armageddon time for altcoins. Altcoins are going to go a lot lower. So my thought would be give it a little time, wait for actually some strength. I don't see any strength across the altcoin market right now. Again, except with very few exceptions, a few coins that are actually looking decent, but even those will get drugged down, assuming that the broader market turns down. But again, we're at support for Bitcoin right now, so let's see what happens. If support holds, if we bounce, then we might see a bit of a turnaround here for altcoins, but altcoins continue to bleed lower and lower. Like Solana is a great example. Bitcoin's back down to range support, but Solana is down another $10 since the last time we tested the bottom of range support. Right? People are getting the fear, man. I'm getting the fear, man. Getting the fear. You guys ever see Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? It's a great movie. Great movie. I remember I came back one time as a teenager. Just finished dropping some acid with my buddies. Come in and my mom's got that on. It's like 9 a.m. on a Saturday or something. She's got, watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by herself. And I always kind of thought it was kind of like a nod from her being like, I know what you're doing. Why else would you watch that movie? Anyway, we watched it together. It's pretty good. Let's continue. A couple more questions here. We're already up over half hour. I'm trying to keep these things, relative. Northside says, try posting a comment on Lark's sponsor. You can't put Northside. You can't put links. We actually have links. So if you're trying to post crypto.com, the link, or any other link, we actually don't allow links to be posted in the chat because otherwise you just get a bunch of scammers coming in here and posting scam links nonstop. Okay, so I understand if you have criticisms, crypto.com. I've personally used them for years. Have never had any problems with them. So if you've had some kind of issue with them, please let us know about that without a doubt. But I've never had any problems with them. I've been using the card for years. I've been using the app for years. I've never had any issues with crypto.com personally, which is why I'm happy to work with them as a sponsor and recommend, the card, because I love the card, man. I do. I use it all the time. I literally use it all the time. It's a good card. But if you're trying to post links in the chat or on the YouTube comments, they're not going to come up because we've actually put the setting on that you can't post links, and that's to protect you guys because the utter amount of just scammy spam stuff, you have no idea. But unfortunately, then when people want to post regular links, it doesn't come up. So we're not, trying to censor your opinion on crypto.com. If you have an opinion on it, by all means, share that. But just, so we don't let links be posted here for a reason. Where did the Phantom token go? Down 50% since the mainnet launch, man. Crap. Again. Okay, where are we at? Jesus says no audio. I think everybody else hears. Seems so anyway. Lark never heard anything saying about Turbo. I'm not even sure I know what Turbo is, man. There's so many coins. It's getting ridiculous. The dilution of coins right now is just insane. It's insane. Angelique says, don't go long on anything right now. This may be the Great Recession. I don't think we're at Great Recession kind of stuff yet, okay? It's crazy because, again, U.S. economy's part of the problem right now is the U.S. economy is too strong. The GDP growth is too strong. The jobs numbers are too strong. The corporate earnings are too strong. It's not exactly Great Recession vibes yet, but yeah. Where are we up to? Well, let's try to catch up a little bit here. Lark, did this did this cycle take you by surprise? In a lot of ways, yes. I mean, it's just been an insane cycle. Last 18 months in crypto has just been tiny areas of outperformance. A few coins in a few sectors pump like crazy, but most of the coins have done fuck all in that time. It's been crazy. It's been a very hard market to navigate, and yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough. You think, meme coins start doing well, and then they start doing bad immediately, right? And AI coins start taking off, and there's going to be a lot of narratives that come and go and all that stuff. And I think stuff like memes and AI are relatively sticky to the extent that they are. But you start looking at infinite dilution of meme coins, infinite dilution of AI agents, which is why I'm more bullish on AI agent infrastructure versus the actual individual agents themselves. I do invest in a couple of agents, speculate, let's say, in a couple of agents. But I think overall that, no, where are we at? Bitcoin's breaking it. We're breaking. We're going to bring the chart back up real quick for you guys. Might go a little longer today just for fun. Bitcoin now at $91,100, which is a lower price than we had on the 9th of January and on the 30th of December. Okay, again, bounce or cut it off levels right here. All right, down to 90K is going to be okay, but I think 85K maybe even starts becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody wants it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's thinking about it. Everyone's getting afraid of it, right? We'll see. We'll see here. Right at the bottom of the range right now. Bear market loading. Sell in May and go away. It was not a bad idea. Yeah, I guess it was sell in December and go away. Jeez. Jeez, man. I tell you. Okay. One or two more here and we'll finish up, guys. One or two more here. We'll finish up. All right. Crypto Llama. Yeah, I know the vibes, man. I know the vibes. SUI's transactions per second are high, but is it just speeding towards relevance or actually going somewhere? Well, currently the market loves SUI. So, don't bet against winners. Market does seem to be quite a fan of the SUI-ing right now. When are your new live streams? Every day, Monday to Friday at 3 p.m. Dubai time, which for you in Australia, where are you at in Australia? Well, depending on where you are in Australia, it's going to be pretty late. So if you're in Sydney, it's probably going to be 10, something like that. Yeah. Do you think the 10-year yield has topped? Man, we got to be getting close. We got to be getting close, man. Jeez Louise. I made my first entry into crypto a few days ago, about Bitcoin, $94,800. Am I cooked? I would not say you're cooked, but buying Bitcoin at that price, it's an interesting risk reward proposition, right? How much upside was left from there? If you're just buying Bitcoin to start dollar cost averaging because you want to be a long-term holder and put $100 a weekend or whatever, okay. If you were buying because you want to flip it for a double, that's a big ask. That's, you got to add $2 trillion to the market cap of Bitcoin to flip a 95K buy for a double. So something to think about. Now, if you're happy to hold that for 10 years, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Do you think the LA fire will affect crypto? Probably not. I know there's some fear about, wow, it's going to lead to some, big problems for insurance companies. A lot of insurance companies cancel a lot of insurance. It's going to obviously have an impact, right? A lot of rich people lost a lot of houses. It's huge. The impact is huge. It's $150 billion, 0.5% of GDP or something, one of the biggest natural disasters in U.S. history, right? Especially by dollar terms, considering all the value of all that real estate and houses and stuff like that. But I don't think it's necessarily going to affect the crypto markets. But if the stock markets start freaking out because of that impact, then yes, it will affect crypto markets. Okay. Lark, how long do you think until we recover and start to move up? I am hoping, fingers crossed, that next week after the Trump inauguration, markets start feeling a little more optimistic. But between now and then, expect some chop. Expect a bit of uncertainty. Expect markets to continue to price in a lot of fear, right? Fear that there's not going to be enough rate cuts, which is funny, of course. Oh, we're not going to have enough rate cuts this year. It doesn't even matter, man. We just got to 100 and whatever thousand Bitcoin on, and the stock market's absolutely insane with rate cuts the way they were. Oh, broke under $91,000, guys. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Just broke back on it, but broke under, there we go, under $91,000 now. We are gunning down right at the bottom of the range, guys, right at the bottom of the range, okay? $90,000. Now, if we wick under $90,000, not a problem. You start putting a daily close under $90,000, problematic, okay? Problematic. We're on the verge of losing range here, okay? Quick dip unders, fine. Start putting daily candle closes under there, problematic, okay? Very, very problematic. We'll see how we go. Raul Powell thinks we peak Q1 2026. What are your thoughts? Could do. I think that's when I think he was thinking liquidity is going to peak a little bit before that or around that time. So that's kind of based on his prediction on how liquidity is going to play out, which could be the case. Could be the case. As crazy as all this might seem right now in the short term, zoom out, we'll be fine, right? Again, assuming there's no Great Depression or whatever starting tomorrow, but with the U.S. economic data the way that it has been, things are okay. I mean, guys, that's crazy. Unemployment is basically almost at record lows. Inflation's only, even if it goes up this week, it's only at 2.9%. It's not even 3% yet. Everyone's losing their minds. Markets, man. Markets. I tell you. Every damn time. It's hilarious. Looks like the PTSD. Oh, it is definitely real, man. It is definitely real. AI16Z down bad. What are your thoughts? I think the dev has not been doing any favors to AI16Z and getting himself into all kinds of controversy on social media. But overall, the AI16Z ELIZA framework is positive. Okay? It's positive. I think they'll continue to be a leader in the Solana space in terms of development of AI agents and stuff like that. I still have my bag. It's chilling. Ready for the next AI agent frenzy whenever that comes. Okay, guys, we're at 45 minutes. We got to get off here. Not to make these streams too long. We're streaming a bit longer today because, markets are crashing and we're having a good time talking crypto. So I appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out and talking crypto with me. You guys are awesome. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time, for more live stream and fun talking about crypto, man. Hopefully markets are looking a little bit less shit tomorrow. But if we lose that range low, oh boy, hold on to your butts. I'll see you back then. Peace.